Dear students, welcome back to the video classes of digital communication. Presentation from module 6. In this presentation, we will discuss about rake receiver. In the previous presentation, we had discussed about multipath propagation and small signal fading. We know that multipath occurs when radio frequency signal arrives at the destination via different paths due to the reflected transmitted signal from moving or fixed objects. So each of these signal would have traveled a different length and would be displaced in time. As a result, when these signals combined at the mobile handset, it will cause interference resulting in poor signal quality known as fading. So the rake receiver, which uses multipath diversity principle. The rake receiver is one of the methods to overcome signal fading. It rakes the energy from the multipath propagated signal components. Next is, what is a rake receiver? A rake receiver is a radio receiver designed to counter the effects of multipath fading. It is basically designed to overcome the signal fading. It uses several sub-receivers called fingers. Rake receiver attempts to collect the time-shifted versions of the original signal by providing a separate correlation receiver for each of the multipath signals. If there are m multipath, it uses m correlators to correlate the received signal. Rake receiver is used for demodulation of a signal transmitted through a frequency selective fading channel. We know that what is frequency selective fading. It is one of the small signal fading technique. Next is the concept of rake receiver. Here the rake receiver concept is described with the CDMA, that is chord division multiple access technique. Here in CDMA, this multipath propagation is handled in a very good way. Here the phase of the multiple signals is modified such that only positive interference take place. That is, if the incoming received signals are in phase, that creates a positive interference, that is addition will take at the receiver side and it will ignore the out of phase components, and thereby the overall signal strength increases. A receiver which uses this technique is called as a rake receiver. Here you can see that it has three paths: path 1, path 2 and path 3. These are the different multipath signals. These signals are received at the receiver at different times. So here each path it uses a separate CDMA receiver. If there are m path, it uses m CDMA receiver, and here it combines all the synchronization order which combines all the received signal. Here it takes only the positive interference or positive phase components, that is all the in phase components are added, thereby the overall signal strength increases. Okay, next is the block diagram of rake receiver. Here it uses M correlators, so it is also called as M branch rake receiver. The rake receiver is basically a diversity receiver. It is designed for CDMA, where the diversity is provided by the fact that the multipath components are practically uncorrelated from one another when their relative propagation delays exceed a chip period. Here we are assuming that the multipath components are uncorrelated. In the rake receiver, if one of the output from the correlator is corrupted by fading, other signals are used to recover the original signal, and the corrupted signal is not counted through the weighting process. So that is, if one signal is corrupted, the weighting process which ignores the corrupted signal, the other signals are added together to recover the original one. Here it uses M correlators. These are the multi-path signals, M1 of t, M2 of t up to MM of t, and the correlator output are denoted as Z1, Z2, etc. up to Zn. Here these correlators are also called fingers. The first correlator one, it is highly correlated to M1, that is the first signal, and the second correlator, it is highly matched to the signal M2, and it has less matches to the signal M1 of t, and the correlator output is passed through a weighting network. Here alpha 1 is the weighting factor or weighting coefficient. The weighting coefficient are based on the power of signal to noise ratio from each of the correlator output. If SNR is small for a particular correlator, it will be assigned with the small weighting factor. So this weighting factor, it is based on the signal to noise ratio of the correlator. If the correlator has small SNR, the weighting factor also will be a less one. Then these outputs are given to a summer. So the Z dash is the summer output, which is the weighted sum of Z1 alpha 1, Z2 alpha 2, etc. up to Zm alpha m. After that, the signal is passed through an integrator. Thereby, we will get Z. Then the signal is passed through a decision network, which gives the exact replica of the original signal, that is n dash of t. So I told you that the demodulation is based on the weighted outputs of the M correlators, that is Z dash, which is equal to summation of M is equal to 1 to M alpha M Zm, and the weighting coefficient alpha M are normalized to the output signal power of correlators, that is alpha M equal to Zm square divided by summation of M is equal to 1 to capital M Zm square. Actually Z, this is the output of correlator. Once the signal is corrupted by fading, the receiver cannot correct the signal if the receiver uses only one correlator. If the receiver is using only one correlator, it is not able to reproduce or reconstruct the original signal if it uses only one correlator. But in the case of rake receiver, here it uses multiple correlators. Thereby, if any one correlator is corrupted, it uses the signal from other correlators to reproduce or to demodulate the original one. The role of rake receiver is to equalize the effects of multipath, that is, it overcomes the multipath effects. Then it is spread out the individual echo signals of the multipath. Each signal is then delayed according to peaks found in the received signal. Next is the analogy of a rake receiver. The rake receiver is analogous to a rake garden. Here in a rake receiver, each finger is receiving symbol energy. Similarly, in a rake garden, each finger is collecting twigs and leaves. That is why it is called as rake receiver. Next is the uses of rake receiver or applications of rake receiver. It is used in core division multiple access and WCDMA radio devices, and it is used in mobile phones and wireless LAN. Then it is used for radio astronomy. And the main advantages of rake are improved signal to noise ratio and improved performance. And its disadvantages are its cost is very high, and the size of radio receiver, that is rake receiver, is also high, and the complexity is high. So next is Galt sequences. It is one of the topic from module 5. Actually, it is one of the sequence generator. We already studied PN, that is pseudo noise sequence generator. This is another type of sequence generator. This Galt sequence is constructed by XOR of 2 M sequences with the same clocking. It uses 2 shift registers, the M sequence shift registers with the same clocking. And here the codes have well-defined cross correlation properties. The Galt sequence codes, it provides well-defined cross correlation properties. Because of that, we can use this Galt sequence also for the spread spectrum. And it uses only simple circuitry needed to generate large number of chords. We will example. In this example, it uses 2 shift registers with the same clock. It has the same clock and uses 2 shift registers, and the output of the shift registers are given to an XOR gate. So here each bit of the shift register is XORed to produce or to get a unique sequence, that is Galt sequence.